You guys grab something firm?
Grab the bottom part.
Feels firm.
Oh, okay.
What time does the party start?
Hey bro, you want to sign this? It's a mailing list for the Green Party. We'll send you a lot more stuff about it if you want to learn about it.
What was that?
It's for the Green Party.
Thank you very much. You want to sign the
Great, man. Thanks.
Right.
Thanks a lot, guys. Take care.
Hey, how you doing?
So do you get some signature here?
Oh yeah.
Good job.
Feeling all right? Okay. Excuse me. Would you like to sign this?
Not a resident.
Okay. Excuse me. This is for the Green Party. It's a mailing list. Would you like to sign it? Thanks. Here's a brochure if you want to learn a lot more about our platform.
Okay, Santa Fe, if you're ready for this.
Muchísimas gracias. Thank you. Thank you. Contigo, con ellas y con todas. Yo me da gusto para que sepas que estoy libre. Y no me gusta que me pongas condiciones. Si no te gusta, ve buscando otros amores. Contigo, con ellas y con todas. Soy muy alegre, pero tengo mis placeres. ¿Qué culpa tengo que me gustan las mujeres? Ya no me celes y me digas que me quieres. Yo me recuerdo que un tiempo yo te quise y yo te empecé a perder.
flash and the intellibeams work. They light the cloud of fog and into the audience. Eric, it seems like Zozobra is getting a little upset.
Seems to me as if he's pointing directly at us almost. I wonder if we've done anything else wrong this evening. He's singling us out. The Santa Fe flag team doing a spectacular choreography from the base of Zozobra. I imagine they spent a lot of time working all of this out.
Well, they've been working on this pageantry for at least 3 months. Very constant.
And for those watching on Santa Fe Community Television, you're getting a double whammy because of the work and the direction of Judy Goldberg in the truck, who's calling the shots and who's playing the cameras, and is creating a spectacular piece of video for all of you at home to enjoy. One of the new features on Old Man Gloom this year that we saw in the making of Zozobra is that his eyes are actually moving back and forth as well as his head scanning the crowd.
You know, every year, Eric, they add something new to the animation of Zozobra, and it makes a really wonderful effect.
Mark, I think we're getting ready to enter into Act 2, in which we find that gloom descends. Gloom descends. Let's see what gloom, or let's see and hear what it means by gloom descending.
Santa Fe flag team is still out on the level 2 levels down from the skirt of Zozobra. Fog machines are working.
For those of you at home watching Santa Fe Community Television, the colors from the farolitos and the intellibeams and from the flags and the multicolors of Zozobra are just stunning this year. It's a multicolored pageant.
Dancers are coming out.
This is a new character this year being introduced by Kiwanis. This figure is the Gloom Queen.
This is the first time we've seen or heard her. She's dressed in gray with and she's giving homage to Zozobra, Old Man Gloom.
The Gloom Queen is the mistress of the Gloomies.
And the Gloomies, as you'll recall, are the acolytes of Old Man Gloom. Gloom Queen is coming down the stairs.
And she has chased the flags away. Chase them away. The intellibeams now are flashing blue, purple, yellow.
She's reascended the stairs to the skirt of Zozobra.
Old Man Gloom is getting more and more agitated as this goes on and on.
And you're listening on KBS FAM 1260, the voice of northern New Mexico. We're co-broadcasting with Channel 6, Santa Fe Community Television, and Eric Zipp. My name is Mark Bentley.
And the Gloomies are making their first appearance. They've been called out by the Gloom Queen.
Zozobra's groans are getting louder and more frequent.
And the gloomies are making their appearance from either side of the stage, doing their dance of gloom.
Led by the Gloom Queen, a new entrant this year.
And the crowd is responding.
Took the words right out of my mouth, Eric.
Mark, sometimes they say great minds. You know what they say.
Run in the same gutter.
Exactly. And the gloomies doing their intricate dance down the stairs, descending from the base of Zozobra. The drum beat has speeded up and is developing a cadence, which again is building towards the anticipation. Who knows what lies in store for these gloomies?
Eric, there are a lot of gloomies this year.
There sure are. How many would you say, Mark? Just on quick rough estimate. And they're still coming
40
in
or
from either
50
side.
at least.
At least. There's a gloomy off to the left that's got a
Lighted
lighted
costume.
Lights around the edge of his costume, around the edge of his cape.
They really got creative with the gloomy costumes this year.
Yeah, the Kiwanis asked them to decorate their costumes however they wanted, and we saw before there was a contest.
And the gloomies are still coming up from the wings.
I'd say just about every kid in Santa Fe is probably up there wearing their gloomy costume.
One of these years, maybe my daughter Alegria will be able to do that.
She'll be 2 next year?
Yes,
She could be the youngest gloomy.
that's right.
That's a wonderful shot on Santa Fe Community Television. The gloomies being superimposed over Zozobra. We see the gloomies doing their dance of doom. With the Farolitos burning.
This is what it's all about, folks. This is the kickoff to Fiestas, getting rid of old man gloom, despair, dismay. Have a great time at Fiestas.
And Mark, look up on the stage. The Boy Scouts are lighting their torches from the Farolitos at the base of the stage. And the crowd is responding because they know what's going to be happening.
Boy Scouts and Santa Fe Boy Scout troops are down at the base with the gloomies who are still dancing and giving homage to old man Gloom himself.
And again, we're in, I believe it was the second act. Gloom descends.
There are probably, Eric, 10 or 15 Boy Scouts with lighted torches at this point. Intermingled with the gloomies, trying to chase the gloomies away.
The Boy Scouts have all raised their torches in the air. And they're starting to peel off.
The Gloom Queen and the gloomies are once again on the stairs. The Gloom Queen goes up to the skirt of Zozobra, continuing her dance.
the Gloom Queen, Mark, and all the Gloomies now are bowing in unison to Zozobra.
Eric, you see that plane that's flying low, watching it from the air?
I was going to bring that to your attention before. It seems like there have been 3 or 4 airplanes besides that one circling with a bird's eye view of this absolutely packed house at Fort Marcy Park.
Eric, the Boy Scouts are now marching forward, chasing the Gloomies away with their lighted torches.
The light of joy, I guess.
Yeah.
Chasing away gloom. Here, let's...
Those of you watching on Channel 6, Santa Fe Community TV, you can see the motion of Zozobra, and everybody, radio or TV, can hear the moans and groans of Zozobra, Old Man Gloom. The Boy Scouts have now chased the Gloomies off the stage. The Gloom Queen, however, is still on the stairs. Eric, who wrote this music for the pageant this year?
I would imagine it came right out of Santa Fe High School. That's what I understand. As journalists say, I haven't verified that fact, but now there's some additional action happening up at the base of Zozobra.
We have a new dancer and 2 flag carriers now.
We've moved now into Act 3. This is the fire entrance. These are costumed fire figures that appear to be dressed in a sparkly turquoise, waving flag, multicolored flag, appearing at the base of Zozobra. And
there are more coming into the wing.
There are more coming in. The Gloom Queen is investigating what's going on. And I think we're on the brink of witnessing a battle between these fire figures and the Gloom Queen.
And of course, fire is the anathema of Old Man Gloom.
And I'm sure, as we all know by now, Mark, the battle between the fire figures and the Gloom Queen, we can predict fairly surely who's going to lose this battle.
I think it's pretty obvious what the outcome is going to be. Beautiful night here at Fort Marcy Park and Majors Field. Sure beats last year when we were drenched in rain.
I was seriously hoping and praying this afternoon when we were in the middle of all that rain that it would blow out, and it did. Wonderful choreography on this. And we see the first appearance of the fire dancer.
As we begin Act 4.
Act 4, the fire dance.
Let's listen to the music and the groans of Zozobra. Zozobra is becoming much more agitated, much more animated. Fire dancer is now
accepting the torches.
Has descended to the bottom of the stairs.
He's doing his fire dance
way up to the top of the stairs in the skirt of Zozobra.
Mark, do you know if the fire dancer does the same dance every year, or is it a different variation?
I think it's a variation. It's essentially the same, but there are changes every year. Fire dancer is waving the lit torches at the skirt of Zozobra at the top of the stairs. Descending again. Very intricate dance.
You see on Santa Fe Community Television, Zozobra is pointing and moving in agitation at the fire dancer, who is now kneeling with the torches.
The fire runs along the sides of the platform at the base of Zozobra.
Forgive me for saying this, but wow.
Yeah, absolutely obscured by smoke now. The fire dancer at the base of the stairs with the lit torches. Another run of fire to the left-hand side of
Fire
Zozobra.
racing. Smoke and fireworks.
Fire dancer's working his way back up the stairs to the base of Zozobra.
And additional fireworks.
A pinwheel is started off on the right-hand side by the stage. In greens, white sparks. Music begins to rise to the crescendo. As does the crowd. Now we have a pinwheel on the other side.
This sort of makes up for 4th of July, doesn't it?
It does. Well, there was some serious question about how they were going to do that this year with Zozobra, based on the drought, and had it continued, what would have been done?
Absolutely, and you get a wonderful shot on television.
There's like too many wires and stuff. I'm really afraid of stuff getting disconnected.
Wonderful shot on Santa Fe Community Television, the multicolored fireworks spinning around, aerials being launched into the air.
You can hear on KBSF the sound of the fireworks, the crowd, and Zozobra.
It must be a spectacular show from that airplane.
Yeah. I've noticed his circles have gotten tighter. Big fireworks lit circle with a K standing for the Kiwanis Club. Of course, the burning of Zozobra for the 70th year is brought to you by the Downtown Santa Fe Kiwanis Club, and you're listening to it on KBSF AM 1260 Santa Fe and Santa Fe Community TV.
On Channel 6, TCI Cable Vision. The number to reach Kiwanis is 988-8054 to help them with their work.
Call them and make donations. Fire dancers dancing now at the skirt as the fireworks continue to go off. Incredible display of a fireworks fountain just to the right of Zozobra.
And this fireworks display was designed by Kiwanis specifically for this event this evening.
They've done an outstanding job, Eric.
You know, Mark, for this being my first experience of Zozobra, I'm impressed, and I'm glad it worked out the way it did.
Listen to those fireworks. Absolutely spectacular, folks. Greens and reds and whites. Fabulous aerial display.
Absolutely, the sparkles and the shimmers and the fireworks and the smoke.
The crowd.
The crowd absolutely caught up in the fervor of the moment. This is what it's all about. Fire dancer kneeling before Zozobra with his torches.
Zozobra, very agitated.
Huge explosions and swirly fish shooting up through the air.
What an incredible fireworks display. Those of you who are watching on Channel 6, Santa Fe Community TV, can see it.
Oh, what a great shot of Zozobra, a little bit in silhouette, dark against the lighted sky of the fireworks.
Incredible.
I felt that boom in the middle of my chest.
You know, those of you who are listening on the radio, you probably get the whole idea simply from the sound. Fires are burning at the skirt at the base of Zozobra.
And there are flames climbing up the inside.
There he goes! There he goes! Zozobra is on fire. He now is burning, and he's burning fast. Zozobra is fully engaged in flame. You can hear the crowd. The whole area is completely lit like daylight. Eric, I can feel the heat here.
I can too.
And we're 100 feet away from Zozobra.
I better close my mouth. This is absolutely spectacular.
Gloom is gone. Incredible fireworks. Zozobra is just a burning skeleton.
Absolutely amazing.
This is your first Zozobra, isn't it, Eric?
First Zozobra. I just missed last year.
What do you think?
I'm spellbound. Absolutely amazing. This display makes all the work over the last few months pulling together this night on our part, Santa Fe Community Television, well worth it.
Gloom is dispelled. Fiestas can continue in a happy way.
And we see on Santa Fe Community Television the burning remains of Old Man Gloom.
You know, the folks who built him, who spent the last 3 weeks putting the marionette together, have seen their work burn, which has got to be a really exciting thing for those who put so many hours into this.
You know, you say that, they literally see their work go up in smoke,
Yeah.
and it must be a real sense of satisfaction for them.
It's kind of like Thanksgiving dinner, you know, you spend 8 or 9 hours cooking it and everybody's eating it in 30 minutes. But that's what it's for.
Absolutely.
Crowd's beginning to move now.
You know, now that the fire has died down, you can actually feel the difference in temperature.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
That's quite a fire.
embers are falling away from Zozobra.
The frame for the head is still burning. The rest of Zozobra is ash.
Kiwanis is to be absolutely commended for this amazing display this evening.
It has been absolutely fabulous. This is, without question, the best Zozobra night that I can remember. It was a very dramatic, well-produced event.
I suppose. Well, I'd like to make special mention of Ray Valdez from Kiwanis, who coordinates the whole event from stem to stern. Last year he did it, and he did a wonderful job this year. And the support that Ray has from within Kiwanis to allow him to bring this production to this scale, that's admirable.
It's nice this year, Eric, that we did not have rain. The crowd is enormous here. There have got to be 30,000 people inside this field. It's beyond count.
And the lights have come back on.
The lights are on. The crowd is starting to move toward the gates. They are going to continue playing music here this year in order to hopefully slow some of the crowd down.
There is going to be a band come on pretty soon by the name of Night Train from a local Santa Fe band to play some blues, some rock and roll, to instill a spirit of happiness in the people and to help them go out for the rest of their fiesta celebration.
Looking up the balcony, Eric, Mayor Debbie Jaramillo and her husband are there, Frank Montano and his niece, Richard Anaya, who's county commissioner, David Koss, city manager, and a number of other people watching the... There's Frank DeLucio, the fire chief.
It's been a wonderful celebration.
It has.
As we said before, I wanted to make mention of Ray Valdez and the wonderful job from Kiwanis, the wonderful job that he did pulling all this together. I would really like to, on behalf of Santa Fe Community Television, make special mention of all the members of Kiwanis for working with us so closely to pull all this together to make it a good experience. Thank you, Mark, for taking part in this event from KBSF.
Well, thank you very much. We at KBSF certainly appreciate your allowing us to co-broadcast this with you. It was a different experience for those of us in radio to participate with television. And I think, and we've talked about this before, that it's a really good marriage to have the two of us work together on these community events.
Some of the people that this seems to be a good time to make special mention of some of the organizations that help Santa Fe Community Television bring about our part of this evening's coverage. I'd like to make special mention of Alfalfa's. Blue Sky Soda gave us 5 cases of soda. We've been drinking root beer and cherry vanilla and grape all afternoon. I'd like to say a special thank you to the Doubletree Inn for providing rooms for the engineers that come with the Casa Fox 2 truck. Doubletree Inn on Cerrillos Road. I'd like to thank Southwest Distributing for providing us with the coffee. New York Bagels. We had so many bagels up there.
Still have some, I think.
Absolutely. New York Bagels, thank you again. L&L Portables. Burrs. Subway on St. Michael's Drive for providing us a couple platters of huge sandwiches. Pizza, etc. Into Vargas Mall. Santa Fe Community College Bookstore. I have to make special mention of them. They bookstore, which is indeed open to the public. You can feel free to go in there with cards and
All kinds of stuff.
all kinds of stuff.
Well, I would like to take a minute and make some special mentions also, if I may, Eric. While we're listening to this Nighthawk in the background. Night Train, sorry about that. Or whatever. The music. First National Bank, of course, deserves a lot of mention and a lot of credit for
coming in. Here they are. Moving towards the stairs. She's called out her minions. Strobe lights are flashing upon Zozobra, adding to the whole effect. Again, Old Man Gloom knows that something is happening.
The anticipation is definitely building as they descend the stairs.
The drums are changing. The music is changing. Kiwanis really does a wonderful job pulling this all together, choreographing it. Now we know why Zozobra had, when we were looking at him during the day, and we said he had such orange lips.
Yeah.
It's neon. And the glooms are splitting apart at the bottom of this. They reach the bottom of the stairs. I think there are about 70 or 80 glooms this year, all little kids who have come into a competition.
Maybe it's just my imagination, but he looks a little perturbed.
I think if I had 80 kids passing in front of me, I'd be a little perturbed too.
Look at that color. I don't know if you can see that well at home, but it's extraordinary.
Oh,
and the superimposition is marvelous too. Oh yeah. That's great.
And the glooms are coming. They're just pouring out of nowhere, doing the bidding of the Gloom Queen.
So we invite you at home. Break out all of your negative thoughts for the year, all the negative things that have happened to you, and project them into your screen. Not all at once. We don't want anything to happen to your television set at home. But project out into the set anything that you might have. Get ready to unload it.
Zozobra looking over the crowd. Some of them. No, some of the glooms might be the people portraying the glooms this year are Santa Fe grammar school children. And now the color on Zozobra has changed and the strobe effect is taken in again, indicating that something is amiss. Still they dance, and still they move. And we see fire pots being lit at the base as the glooms move away. The agitated sounds coming from Zozobra as he sees the fire. And the Gloom Queen something, invoking a spirit of gloom, I guess. And now the lights have changed again to a stark white. Bringing almost a sense of reality into what's going to happen. Now we're back into the unreality. He's looking a little green and nauseous there, isn't he? And the cries of burn him, has started. I don't know if you can hear it at home, but they're getting whipped up here, boy. And now bonfires are all lit at the base of Zozobra. The Gloom Queen is still dancing, madly gesticulating. Zozobra's arms are beginning to flail about. It's interesting that the Boy Scouts are involved in this.
Well, they learn how to use fire appropriately, and I think in an appropriate way, and get a chance to use it ceremonially. I think it's a marvelous start for these kids. There they go.
Kiwanis has really done a wonderful job in making this an all-inclusive event. They've invited all these different people from different aspects of the community to come in and to take part in this anniversary celebration. As we've already said, this is the 71st annual burning. 71 years they've been doing this. It's amazing.
Have you ever asked yourself, Eric, why we do this? And why we keep coming back, and why it gets bigger and bigger every year?
No.
It's a deep question. I think it speaks to the whole religious aspect. We all have a spiritual dimension of some type, and we may not know how to use it, but here we have a ceremony for the people, by the people, that they can come together and have some fun.
And we see fire, sorry to interrupt, but there are fire wing figures emerging at the very base of Zozobra, above the Gloom Queen. I wonder how this aspect of the battle is going to come out. What's going to happen with the Gloom Queen doing battle with the winged fire figures? Again, the music is changing, building in intensity, leading us to, well, we know what's going to happen. As if the smoke from the flames going up to the skies is some sort of offering. Indeed. A burnt offering.
Look at those dancers. They're just really gesticulating wildly.
Bill, how different do you think this incarnation, this 1997 burning of Zozobra, how different do you think it is than the very first one, 71 years ago?
Well, I have taken a look at some of the books and pictures of the early ones, and they were clearly more primitive. But if you think about it, they were started by one guy and then a few guys, and the way this thing has grown, it's just phenomenal. I can't begin to explain it to anybody who's not seen it.
I know for me, the first time I saw it was just indescribable. There was no way I could have anticipated what was going to happen.
I remember a couple of years ago, there was some fellow here from San Jose who had no clue about what was going on. He just stepped out of a restaurant and he saw all these people just streaming. He just got in the street and came up here. He'd never seen anything like it before. He was just undone. There he is. The fire dancer.
The fire dancer has appeared once more. And the fire dance has begun.
It has.
Last year, because of the rain, some of the pyrotechnics that they were expecting to use last year had gotten wet, so they weren't able to go, so we didn't even get the full effect. So I'm really looking forward to this year. After there's some fireworks strung up along the sides, there are additional pinwheels and skyrockets that they couldn't even use last year that I'm really excited about this year.
You know, that is a byproduct. There were some very ominous clouds that never quite came into action, but I wouldn't rule it out later.
And the fire dancer has the torches, and he's waving them above his head, and he's getting ready, dancing up to the top.
Those are lovely effects on your television screen.
It is. The trail effects are really something. fire dancer is causing Zozobra to move and flail about even more than he was before.
Is there any minimum age limit for children to see this?
Oh, I don't think so.
I think it's be a hard one for some
Maybe.
parents to
I
explain.
don't know if I'm even old enough to take all this. I'm reduced to saying wow a lot. So there.
Oh. Did you see that? There it goes.
And the fire trails moving at the foot of Zozobra and the multicolored flames.
I just realized, is that an objectionable gesture that Zozobra is giving?
Shooting up into the skyrockets, shooting up into the sky, and the fire dancer is lost in the smoke. The sounds and the smells of this whole event are just spectacular. I think, Bill, you probably raised a good point before, talking about kids, you know, how should there be a limit? And fireworks have started, the pinwheels are going, Zozobra is flailing.
You know, these fireworks get better every year. Look at that.
And again, the crowd is beginning to chant, "Burn him, burn him."
Some are going so high I can't even see them.
And now it's slowed down a little bit.
Oh!
Big old pots going, big fire pots and bombs and flares. And the drums have picked up their cadence.
There goes the wire.
Trails of fireworks leading up to Zozobra.
It's getting close now. You can feel the tension mount. It's a surreal light. Nothing like it before.
It's tough to imagine being at home, the intensity of the
And the
light
smoke.
from
He's going to die of asphyxiation before he burns.
the intensity of the light from the fireworks that are strung on wires leading up to Zozobra is it's bright as day. I just don't know what to say. And still the fire dancer moves about, waving the torches, kicking his feet up in the air. A wall of flame is falling down. The chamisa underneath there
Chamisa's on fire.
is on fire.
Oh, gee. I hope that fire dancer's got a good outfit that can hold up under that heat.
They've really got their money's worth this time.
Right. It's the burning bush effect. Quick.
Okay, we best not trot down that path.
Get a microphone over there.
Is this holy ground? Shall I remove my shoes? More fireworks, more skyrockets launched into the sky. As the wall of flame starts to subside. Skyrocket shooting feet, untold feet into the air.
And there's the lovely Kiwanis symbol lit up on the right. It's not from God, it's from Kiwanis.
Zozobra's arms are akimbo, and the fire dancer goes back up the stairs, again waving his torches, moving and dancing. Tracer fireworks going. Multicolored light up into the air.
And the chant is picking up
From
from the crowd.
the sound, the snap, crackle, pop of the fireworks, that's building in intensity as well. Drowning out all the drum beats and even the noise of the crowd.
I think this is one of the loudest ones I've been to.
All the sights and sounds literally whipping the crowd into a frenzy.
Boy, one of those just missed the fire dancers. You see that? That fellow from San Jose a couple of years ago, he says, we have fire codes at home. Things were falling all over us here. He says, welcome to Nuevo Mexico, the land of enchantment. Okay, he's in position. I think he's ready, Eric.
The fire dancer has descended down to the bottom of the stairs.
He's kneeling.
Kneeling in supplication. Again, the colors and the sounds. More rockets shooting into the air. I wonder if this is what Francis Scott Key meant. And the music is building and building and building in intensity. Again, as last year, there's airplanes flying overhead. They must have a spectacular view. Don't fly too close. Can you imagine if a UFO came, what they must be thinking if they flew over? They'd say, I don't think we want to go down there.
Too on towards Venus.
Too barbaric. Zozobra is stirred to a frenzy once again. Poor guy every year. Spectacular pictures that are being brought to you over Santa Fe Community Television.
You know, there's an interesting wind effect that's blowing the smoke away from the crowd so they're not inundated. There he goes!
Zozobra just couldn't take it anymore. That's all I can stand, that I can't stand no more.
His head's on fire.
And the flames are engulfing Zozobra once again.
Everyone at home, now's your chance.
Burn those gloomy thoughts and feelings away.
Let go of all your gloom, all your negativity.
Okay, Preacher Bill,
Thanks to Kiwanis,
let's just
your
watch.
fears are over.
Let's just watch.
Outstanding.
The heat. You can feel the heat. We're a few hundred
We're
feet
getting
away.
side shots.
Out. Ooh. I think that was a mistake out to the audience.
I think we've had a little extra.
There's really nothing else you can say but wow.
Thank God.
And there's a bit of a breeze blowing. Everything is.
I think the people over towards Old Taos Highway are getting a little more than they bargained for. I hope nobody got hurt. dropping piece of his brain tissue. It's a little gruesome, Doreen.
The ominous sound of drums. Old Man Gloom's mouth is open, starting to move, as the Gloom Queen stands at the top of the stairs.
Some fireworks now are starting to fill the skies.
Zozobra's arms are moving, starting to come to life at the beginning of the end. The Gloom Queen is dancing down the stairs in front of the 49-foot tall effigy.
You got that theatrical music.
For the third year, the Gloom Queen is Helena Luna. She's now back up on top, and she's signaling to her gloomies as they start coming out from the wing.
And as you can hear, the crowd is very anxious to see the glooms coming out.
The glooms, by the way, are the acolytes of Zozobra. They are children who are chosen at lottery, basically. The kids apply to become the glooms. Kids from around the entire area participate every year.
I think that's wonderful because it's